is enough said.
Happy Taco Tuesday, Heat Nation. Yo, boy Ernest here. Bubble back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Guys, hope you guys are having a beautiful, positive day so far. Don't forget to support the channel. Smash that like button. Do not forget to subscribe and join me as we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. I'm feeling great, you guys. I'm back home. Believe me, I wanted to get you guys videos when I was on vacation. I know I only posted shorts. It wasn't really easy. When you have two small children yelling, screaming, having fun the whole time, it's really difficult to do episodes, you know, but I'm back at home. I'm back in the lair, and I usually do these videos before I start my day at work. I'm by myself. There's no noise, so I can give you guys the best content I possibly can. So I'm excited. Last night we did a video. The Miami Heat defeat the New York Knicks. We go 8-6. We're on the right track. We're on winning ways. You got Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero coming back pretty soon. So things are looking very positive on this Miami Heat roster. But you look at this team, you guys. So far, we played 14 games. We're 8-6. So at this point, the first quarter of the season, you're able to see things that you're missing, things that can make your team better. And one thing I will say with this Miami Heat roster, being number one in offensive rating, having multiple players that can drop 20 points at any given night. I've said this before, but when you add a guy like Tyler Hero to this roster, a guy that averages 24 points a game last season, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, you know, is your number one closer. This is a guy that you could add to this offense and think he's only going to make it better. But one thing that this Miami Heat team is lacking is bigs, is a guy that can help you rebound. Now, yes, we're getting Bam Adebayo back, and that's going to be a great help. But we've seen that having only Kel'el Ware and Bam Adebayo as the only bigs on this team can bite us in the ass. And yes, we have Nikola Jovic, we have Vlad Golden. Vlad Golden doesn't play, and Nikola Jovic isn't really having a great season so far because his style is not really meshing with what we need. We need a guy who's 6'10", who's coming off the bench for Bam and Ware to be a big body, and that's not just Jovic's game. Now, I don't think Jovic is bad. I just don't think he's found his footing on this roster. But one thing that we need is an upgrade. And you look at this team, you guys, we're not a lottery team. We're a contending team in the Eastern Conference. Our record shows and our games show. Without Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, we have taken it to the best teams in the NBA, playoff contending teams. And when you have a team that can do that, you upgrade the roster to help them win now. And one player that can help you do that, it's not Ja Morant, it's not Zion Williamson. It's Lauri Markkanen. Now, we've talked about the potential of the Miami Heat getting Lauri Markkanen in the offseason. We've talked about that a few times. Lauri Markkanen's name has been thrown in trade rumors since the offseason. There was a lot of smoke from Lauri Markkanen going to the Golden State Warriors. That didn't happen, apparently, because of Draymond Green. Who cares about that? But Lauri Markkanen, so far, you guys, is having the best year of his career. 13 games with the Utah Jazz so far, averaging 30.6 points a game. Averaging 21 and a half attempts a game, 48% from the field, 39% from the three-point line, averages 6.2 rebounds a game. Dude is 28 years old, 7'1", 240 pounds, and gives this Miami Heat team exactly what they need. Another big body that can score, that can rebound, and that can facilitate. You know, this would be a guy that would be the perfect fit with the Miami Heat. The question is, what do you give up for someone like that? Now, there was an article I was reading before I did this video. Where was it? HeavySports.com. This was back in October 12th, but I was reading it just to get an idea what the market can be for Markkanen. I'm looking at different trade packages with different teams. And back in this October article, they mentioned about a trade which would work for both sides. The Miami Heat would receive Lauri Markkanen. In return, the Jazz would get Norman Powell, Terry Rozier, 2 future first-round draft picks in 29, 2031, and a 2032 pick swap. So that gave me an idea. Because here's the thing about the Utah Jazz you guys have to understand. They're way under the luxury tax line. They're Their roster salary is about $146 million. You look at Lauri Markkanen's contract. This year he has $46.3 million he's making. He has 3 more years left in his contract after this year. 28 years old, meets the age line with this Miami Heat team. But the reason why I'm mentioning his numbers, you guys, is because since Utah is so low under the luxury tax line, they can take back more money in a trade. Because this Miami Heat team is hard cap in the first apron. We really can't take more money back. So this would actually be a perfect fit. You could send Tyler Hero, Nikola Jovic, and this same draft capital. You can give the Utah Jazz a 2039, 2031 future first round draft pick. You can also give them a 2032 pick swap. So that would be Tyler Hero, Nikola Jovic, 2 future first round draft picks, and a pick swap. I would be totally okay with that. Now, why does this work for Utah? Well, we've seen in the offseason there was a lot of rumors where Utah was looking to move Lauri Markkanen because they're looking at this roster, you guys, and they may possibly tear it down. This is not a contending team. You know, you look at the Utah Jazz. Where are they this year so far? They're 5-8. You know, they're technically a play-in team, but they're really far off, and especially with a powerhouse like the Western Conference. So the reason why this trade would work, you guys, is because Tyler Hero only has 2 more years left in his contract. He's not going to qualify for the Supermax after missing the amount of games he's missed this year, and knowing Tyler, he's going to miss a few more. So he's not going to get the Supermax extension. So Utah could look at this trade as having Tyler Hero for another year and a half, letting his contract expire, or they can keep him. He's 25 years old. He has a lot of play left in his career. He's an offensive juggernaut. He can spark a rebuild in Utah. You get another diamond like Nikola Jovic. Yes, he's not working great here, but you put him in the Utah Jazz, give him 30 minutes a game and watch him flourish. He's a 6'10" unicorn. Then you can also get 3 future first-round draft picks, 2 first-round draft picks that are yours, and a pick swap. Danny Ainge is obsessed with first-round draft picks. That's what we've seen in the past. He rebuilds and retools from the draft. So both sides, this works. And why does it work for this Miami Heat team? Because without Tyler Hero, especially with Bam on this team, this offense has been beautiful. You've seen guys like Pallel Larson, Jaime Jaquez, Simone Fontecchio, Drew Smith take that next step with Tyler Hero out. When Tyler comes back, a lot of these players are going to eat shit. They're going to lose their minutes because Tyler is just Tyler Hero. He's a great offensive player. And I'm not saying Tyler on this team will be bad, you guys. Not at all. I think it could work. But you're basically adding Tyler Hero to a team that already is number 1 in offense. What this team is lacking is size. Now, we were talking a lot about a potential Ja Morant trade, and I'm thinking, well, it doesn't really give us what we need. Yes, you can trade Tyler for Ja Morant, and Ja Morant becomes your true point guard. You know, in a sense, it works. But what we really lack is size. And if you trade Tyler Hero and Nikola Jovic with multiple first-round draft picks, it could get you Lauri Markkanen. And Lauri Markkanen gives you exactly what you need. This is a guy that can give you a great scoring punch with Norman Powell and Bam Adebayo starting. Andrew Wiggins can play his true defensive role. Davion Mitchell can continue to start. Imagine this starting lineup, guys. Bam Adebayo, Lauri Markkanen, and Andrew Wiggins starting in your front court. Davion Mitchell and Norman Powell starting in your backcourt. You have Jaime Jaquez, Kel'el Ware as your main players coming off the bench. So when Lauri Markkanen or Bam Adebayo sits down, Kel'el freaking Ware comes in. Your rebounding issue is fixed. Jaime Jaquez continues to play his 6-man Most Improved Player of the Year award. And then this continues to allow Pallel Larson, Simone Fontecchio, and Drew Smith to get time. That's a roster that is 10 deep. I think Nikola Jovic and Tyler Hero are great players and great fits on this team. But at the end of the day, these are 2 players that could potentially be odd men out, because of the way this Miami Heat team is playing. Unfortunately, with the injury to Tyler Hero, you've seen other players step up, like Pallel Larson, Simone Fontecchio, Jaime Jaquez, and Drew Smith, like I mentioned earlier. And this, unfortunately, allows you to see this team as we can continue without Tyler. And adding a guy like Lauri Markkanen would be the fix. And Miami would go from a team that would be a fun team to a contending team. That's all I'm saying, Heat Nation. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you think Lauri Markkanen would be a great fit on this team? Tyler Hero, Nikola Jovic, and future first-round draft picks. Do you think that gets the deal done? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget, you guys, we are literally almost at 7,000 subscribers. We're like 16 subscribers away. So click that subscribe button, because once we get to 7,000, we're going to do a live episode, and we're going to make it a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, your boy Ernest out, and that is enough said.